Ursula Pachl, you're the Deputy Director General of BUEC, the European Consumers Organisation. Do you think European consumers have confidence in Facebook?
I think they don't have confidence anymore. I think the Cambridge Analytica scandal has been an eye-opener for many, many consumers. Consumers now, they really start to understand that the whole internet platform economy is really based on the exploitation of their personal data that is then used and sold for advertising purposes. So they really start to understand that this may harm their interests, and so the trust is really decreasing.
We've heard from a lot of Facebook officials today reassuring us that they've made changes. Are you convinced by these changes, or are they just cosmetic?
Well, we're a bit worried about all these commitments because we haven't really seen very strong commitment to the basic principles of the new data protection regulation, and there are already complaints with the DPAs, with the data protection authorities and with the courts against certain practices of Facebook even after the adoption of the new regulation. We are looking into that ourselves to see whether there is a compliant privacy policy now with Facebook or not. And regarding the past infringements, we have now our members going to court against Facebook and asking for compensation in the Cambridge Analytica scandal because the rights of these users have been infringed and their data misused.
Will they be able to compensate every single person in Belgium who's a member of, who's on Facebook?
Well, that's actually a very big question for us because we are campaigning for better rights for consumers in case of data protection infringements, and there are currently only a very few number of member states who have these instruments in place, which we call collective redress action. In Belgium, we have that instrument, so our member Testasha has gone to court representing all Facebook users and asking for compensation for the misuse of their data.
And which other countries also have this particular system of redress?
So that is also in place in Italy, in Portugal, and in Spain, to a certain degree also in France. But the rest of Europe, consumers are left on their own, and they cannot really group themselves together to be really strong against the giants of the internet.
The average citizen going to really pursue this, and as an individual, is it enforceable?
I think we should really give it a very big chance because it has been now applicable only since 1 month exactly, and we haven't really seen how it will function. What we are trying as consumer organizations is to really raise awareness of the individual consumers that have these very clear and very useful rights now, that they can ask for deletion of their data, access to their data, portability of their personal data, and in addition, the authorities, as of the 25th of May, they have to respond if consumers complain. So it's not like you write to an authority and then you don't hear anything for a couple of months. They have to respond, and we think that will really motivate also consumers to take their rights into their hands and to get active.